Hello and welcome to my fireside chat. I hope you're having a good day. This is October 9th, but this is actually for the 8th day in Inktober. So 31 drawings in 31 days for the month of October. And been keeping up with that. Yesterday started with a bit of a headache, so I had to walk about 3 miles. That's the only thing that really gets rid of a headache for me. Got that taken care of, kind of beat down, and started in on finishing up the editing for the previous day's video. I hope you like that. If you like the new format, which this is going to follow in that same vein, please give this a thumbs up, comment below. If you don't like it, please comment below. But finished the video for yesterday, still had a bit of a headache, so I decided, well, you know, I don't have to be in the studio to do the drawing. So I just sat in this very chair and tried to attract a cat to sit in my lap while I did this, but it didn't work. But anyways, decided to do a fantasy landscape. I had a couple errors early on in the drawing. I got the perspective a little off, and I was doing some tile in the foreground, and I got the pattern off. But instead of stopping and starting over again, I said, you know, the whole goal of this is just to do a drawing a day. It doesn't have to be a complete drawing. It doesn't have to be a good drawing. It's more a matter of going through the process, kind of, you know, getting the dust off and getting that muscle memory in. And so I just continued on, and in the end, I was happy with the results. I really liked the shadows from the pillars. It was a landscape in the background with kind of a classical architecture in the foreground, very simplistic, but yeah, there's some columns, and I really liked the shadows from that. So it really gave it a nice sense of depth, which I liked. And I think I'll play with that in a future image. So yeah, I was happy with how that came out. And after working on that for a little while, my head was feeling better, and I went up into the studio and continued work on the 20% body fat, which I actually finished. I say finished, it's 98% done. I'm leaving all the images a little undone so that at the very end I can just hit them all at once and make sure I have a nice sense of uniformity and consistency across all the images. Finished that. I mentioned yesterday I was a little concerned about the structure of the face on the 20% image, and turns out it wasn't a concern, just a little bit of moving of pigment around, and it was fine. I thought it was interesting, given our collective history when it comes to race. I had a moment of insight as I was working with the eyes. I wasn't quite happy with them because it was this is more of a Hispanic model, and I was getting more of an Asian element to the eyes, and I really took me aback for a moment, because I had a moment where I thought, you know, it's ridiculous. It's almost laughable how similar we are across races, that just a little bit of a brush stroke can change someone's ethnicity. And it would be laughable if it wasn't so sad, our collective history when it comes to race and what we've done to one another based on minor differences that could be modified with a brush stroke. So yeah, I hate to get so dark there for a moment, but it was just a moment of insight that I wanted to share. So yeah, happy note, I'm done with that painting, and I'm starting in on 30% body fat. I'm going to, I decided I'm ordering a light table. That's going to arrive tomorrow. And in the past, I've just taken my master image and taped it up against the window, and I've just taken a blank sheet of paper and made sure I had the key elements lined up, and then I would form the new body around that master image. But it's getting later in the year and the light isn't as intense as I'd like, so it's making it more difficult. And also, I don't want to be standing in front of a window drawing a half-naked man when the neighbors go walking by. So yeah, for the good of the neighborhood and the good of my eyes, I've got a light table coming, and I'm looking forward to being able to use that. It should make the process a little easier, and I can sit down while I do it. So yeah, that's all there is for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you do or don't like the change, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to read those, and yeah, I'd appreciate your insight. If you did like this video, if you think it's worthy for public consumption, please share it on social media. That would help me out a great deal, and I appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, you've made it to the end of this video, so you must have some interest. Please hit the subscribe button below. That would help me out a great deal as well. So I think that's all for today. I appreciate your time. I know that we're all busy these days, and I really appreciate you taking a couple moments out of your day to spend them with me. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.